Ayan, naka-live na tayo ngayon. Yay! I'm glad I got the chance and opportunity to get in, guys, and I'm really happy. I'm excited to answer all your questions dito sa ating subscribers na mga naka-subscribe sa ating page. The reason why I'm putting it in subscription is that gusto ko po kasing I'm going to able to answer your questions dito sa mga timeline natin. Kasi ang hirap po, I cannot answer everyone. Hi Twinkle, kumusta? I know you've been communicating with me a while ago. And I'm sorry kung late kasi nga I had my consultation. So hello everyone, right now naka-live tayo dito sa TikTok at saka sa Facebook. As what I've said, guys, the reason kaya nandun sa subscription is that hindi ko po masasagot lahat yung mga konting questions ng mga kababayan natin especially. And right now, I have the opportunity to answer yung mga questions ninyo dito sa group natin. And also, of course, dito sa sa TikTok. So, let me start to answer yung mga questions ninyo, guys, and thank you for waiting. I believe medyo na ngayon 10:10 ng gabi sa Canada, and hindi po madali na nagsasalita. Honestly, all day I am talking and of course in between meeting and talking and answering this mga legitimate questions ng mga kagaya ninyo na hindi lang not only actually family members na mga PR na at saka mga citizen, actually pati yung mga yung mga kahit hindi pa temporary resident permit, they like to log in and they like to learn about immigration. And salamat din pala sa mga sa mga nag-a-answer doon sa ating page. I think that's the idea. Hindi naman pwedeng ako lahat yung nag-a-answer. And if you have that idea na alam nyo na makakatulong naman sa information na hinihingi ng ating mga kababayan, then might as well share your ideas. And then also, if I cannot answer, I believe if somebody knew me dito sa ating sa ating page, siguro kayo na lang ang sumagot sa kanila kasi I appreciate that. And also shout out sa mga taga Alberta, taga BC, ang dami diyan sa BC, Saskatchewan at saka Alberta. Most of them are and of course Ontario. Yan yung mga taong nagre-reach out palagi sa akin, and thank you for coming in, guys. So, let me see yung mga question ninyo dito sa sa ating sa mga subscription, but look like yung aking internet is not really working well kasi ang daming gumagamit ng wifi, but I will try to get in, so bear with me, guys. Masyadong ngayon, masyadong magginaw pa rin, hindi pa rin nagbabago ang Canada. Bago ako magpatuloy sa pag-answer sa inyong mga questions, I think I would like to tell everyone pala na, when you are a temporary resident permit holder dito sa Canada, immigration keep on changing. And lagi kong sinasabi sa lahat, when you come here, na may family kayo, may kamag-anak, may, anyone na relative, stick to them. Kasi sila lang yung makakatulong, not the immigration. Immigration can bring out policies and then, kung qualified ka o hindi. Pero napaka-importante na mayroon kayong kamag-anak na tumutulong sa inyo dito. Hindi lang yun emotionally, maybe financially din. Tumutulong sila sa inyo. So, I can't get in dito sa aking sa aking Facebook. So, I don't know what happened, but I will try to use my other laptop kung bakit ayaw. But let me see. So, yun, lagi kong sinasabi, if you are temporary resident permit holder dito, guys, you stick to your relative, and also stick to your employer. Napaka-importante po yun. I've seen slow connection, unfortunately. So, napaka-importante na kayo is mayroon kayong family dito. So, bear with me, guys. I'm trying to open my computer. para nang sa ganun makalagin ako doon sa ating page para ma-answeran ko at least some of them bago man lang ako magpahinga. I've been talking the whole day, honestly. So, but I like sharing what I have. I think kagaya din ninyo when you understand what I'm trying to say, at least you can share to other people. The good thing is that I'm licensed, I'm responsible sa aking mga ina-advise sa inyo. So, yeah. Let me get into the Facebook account and also sa ating I really wish na makapasok ako kaagad-agad, okay? Okay. Kasi may mga questions dito. Okay. Ito siya, oh. Hi, ma'am. Na-excite ako kaninang nakita ko na may post na magla-live po kayo ulit. Si Irene. And then, si Jeline. Alberta here. Yay! Hi, Alberta! I really wish, I've never seen Alberta actually, even BC. But I really wish to come and visit there one of these days. Pag hi Twinkle again, Yosa. So, yun yung mga okay. So, okay. So, I'll try to start answering yung mga question nyo dito sa ating sa mga subscriber. Ang sabi dito, hello po, sobrang hirap po ng situation namin ngayon ng family ko. I believe you've seen it. Nakikita nyo naman yung mga nakapost dito. I have 2 children po and my husband is here din. Kaka 1 year lang po nila last September, halos 4 years ko po na tiniis na hindi makita ang mga anak ko. Lahat po ng sacrifices, mababaliwala po sa isang iglap. Hindi na-approve ang aking LMIA as a food service supervisor and my permit will be expiring on March 5. Naawa po ako sa anak ko nakapag-settle na sila dito. Okay, ngayon pa lang po kami nagsisimula sa lahat ng gastos. Kung wala po ako or yung asawa ko na mahanap na employer, mapapauwi kami. Sinong nagsabi? Okay, alam ko na mahirap nga ngayon dahil sa law changes sa Canada. Pero, nagbabaka sakali lang ako meron ditong makatulong sa akin kahit man lang sana sa aming mag-asawa maiwan ang isa sa Canada. Sana ay makatulong or information we try to submit through Job Bank and Indeed araw-araw. Pero wala pa rin. Maraming salamat. Okay, si Ana. Okay, just to let you know, Ana, ang laging sinasabing word na mapapauwi. That's why I always laugh or maybe ridicule the people na nagsasabi na mapapauwi ka na or umuwi na kayo. Even the immigration minister sabi na umuwi kayo, naging stricto na yung immigration. But this is what I'm gonna tell you, everyone. Immigration changes. The good thing is that etong case ni Ana, mayroon siya dating work permit, both of them ng kanyang asawa. Ibig sabihin, to maintain the status, mag-apply kayo ng tourist visa to maintain the status pag wala pa kayong nakikitang employer. However, what you can do, kung may nahanap na kayong employer, in order for this to be extended, what you can do is, pwede kayong mag-apply ng extension for work permit pag may nahanap kayong employer. Okay? So that way you can do, then you could be able to maintain your status and continue working hanggang sa lumabas kung whatever yung result ng inyong application for extension. So that's one thing. And then pag talagang wala, then you can apply for tourist visa extension or visitor's record. The good thing is that ma-extend yung, mami-maintain yung status nyo dito sa Canada. So hindi kayo mapapauwi. Now, when we get the chance or we are able to find an employer na pwedeng magbigay ng LMIA, what you can do, kayo Ana, mayroon kayong work permit, pwede kayong mag-apply ng work permit application dahil yung sinasabi nilang tourist visa, okay, yung sinasabi nilang tourist visa holders na kahit kailan hindi nagkaroon ng work permit, yes, hindi na maipaprocess daw dito sa loob ng Canada. The good thing sa inyo is that pwedeng maiprocess dito sa loob ng Canada ang mga dating work permit holders. Hi Rona, I think I texted you. I asked you to send me something, resend me the document na sinend mo kasi wala na erase. So if you can, Rona, if you can please text me yung yung dapat mong i-send, yung sikreto natin. So yun po, again, Ana, I want you to not to lose, do not be desperate right now. Hindi kayo, wag kayong mawawalan ng hope, okay? You can stay, maintain your status habang naghahanap kayo ng LMIA na mag-o-offer sa inyo. Yes, hindi na-approvean yung LMIA as a food service supervisor for whatever restrictions. Eventually, believe me, makakahanap din kayo at mag-change. Yes, that's true. Ang Indeed at saka Job Bank, alam nyo ba na ang Indeed at Job Bank hindi masyadong nag-hire yan ng mga talagang foreign workers. The reason is that they are going to the Job Bank kasi they just wanted to fulfill the Job Bank requirement in order for them to apply for LMIA. Usually, yung mga yan, mayroon na silang kakilalang foreign worker. That's why pinufulfill lang nila yung kanilang yung kanilang requirement in order for them to reach out siguro yung mga requirements which is citizen, PR, and underrepresented group. So, keep on looking. Ana, I want you to go to the Facebook, mga pages. Maraming naghahanap na legitimate na employer pa rin dyan. But again, hindi kayo mapapauwi. Then, habang naka-maintain status kayo, you could be able to find maybe PNP or find an employer. Importante na as a temporary resident permit holders, guys, you need an employer. You need your relatives. Yun yung pinaka-maintain kasi makaka-apply din kayo ng extensions. Walang mapapauwi if you really want to stay here. Hindi naman kayo nag-violate You're maintaining your status, but kayo uuwi, di ba? And since mayroon kayong work permit dati, then you could be able to apply for work permit extension once na nakahanap kayo ng employer dito sa loob ng Canada dahil exempted kayo dun sa sinasabing hindi na pwedeng mag-apply ng work permit ang mga tourist visa. So I hope it's clear, guys. That is a big thing. Okay, yeah. So, so those are big thing. Huwag kayong mawala ng pag-asa. Kung may kamag-anak kayo, I'm happy. Kasi itong mga kamag-anak nyo na to, they will definitely help you out, guys. That's what I noticed. So, kung minsan, may mga naririnig ako na siguro inaabuso ng kamag-anak daw or whatever, but kailangan natin makisama, guys. And also, para sa inyong mga tourist visa holders, kailangan din yung makisama sa mga nagpapatuloy sa inyo. And of course, same vice versa. Respeto pa rin natin sa kanila. Okay? Okay, and another one. Okay, si Ruel. Hello, Ma'am Norlin. May tanong po ako, halimbawa, may LMIA si Pedro, nag-apply siya ng work permit. Ilalike ko na lang yung na-answeran ko na para alam ko na na-answeran ko na. Halimbawa po, may LMIA si Pedro, nag-apply siya ng work permit after 2 to 4 months, lumabas po ang decision at refuse po siya. Pwede pa bang i-rename ni employer yung LMIA at ipagamit kay Juan? Salamat po. Okay, Ruel, yes, pwede as long as the LMIA is still valid. Okay? Kung valid pa yung LMIA, you can request to change the name of the foreign worker. Pwede yun. Okay? Next, hello ma'am, I am a teacher assistant po sa kindergarten, anonymous, dito sa Asia, and I have caregiver certificate. Can I use ang pagiging teacher assistant ko as experience if mag-apply ako home care child provider, if ever mag-apply ako as caregiver po sa Canada? Pag magbukas po ang caregiver program po, balak ng kapatid kong i-hire ko as caregiver ng mga kids nila. Okay. Pwede. Kahit magkamag-anak, it doesn't matter. With all my experience, maraming magkakamag-anak ang dumarating dito na hinahire under home child care provider or under caregiver program. So, walang problema as long na qualified, of course, yung kanilang employer or aka kapatid or kamag-anak, and qualified din yung worker. But this is what I tell you, everyone. If you have that opportunity for LMIA or job offer, take a chance kaysa naman sa maghintay kayo ng napakatagal. Take a chance, apply. Okay? Okay, next. Good day po, Ma'am Norlin. Tanong ko lang po regarding, okay, like ko lang, regarding sa my LMIA. Its validity is until April. Okay, probably malalodge yung application ko for work permit, working visa outside Canada on Feb first week of Feb. Will this affect my application po? Dapat po ba before the expiration of LMIA makabalik na ako sa Canada? I believe na answeran ko na to. Yes, of course, valid dapat yung kanyang LMIA, okay? Before the expiration ng LMIA, dapat maipasok ka agad yung work permit. Hindi mo na magagamit yan kapag ka nag-expire. Okay? Then, otherwise, magre-reapply ulit yung mga employer ng another LMIA. Hi, Miss Norlin. May nagsabi po kasing sa study permit extension na pwede pa pong makonsider ang spousal open work permit extension kahit wala ng tier ang work. Is it true? You know what? Careful. Kasi nga, study permit is very hard nowadays to get that. Kapag may nagsabi sa inyo niyan, you know, go back to the website, guys. Go back to the immigration site. Pag may maraming mga wannabe content creator and they would say, eto yung first line, I'm telling you, and then just to click, it's just a clickbait. Pero at the end of the day, hindi naman pala yun ang buong story. So, be careful guys. Ito ang gagawin nyo, due diligence pa rin. Whatever I say, whatever other people say, you go back to the Google thing, website, then check there. Then kapag ka nakita nyo magkaiba yung information na naririnig nyo or magulo, so think about it, then use the internet, use the website. Ganun yun. Huwag kayong, like for example, I have I believe kilala nyo to, content creator siya, and meron siyang sinabi doon sa kanyang content na wala ng caregiver at nanny. But that's it. Wala nang sinabi na experience ko, sabi nila wala nang caregiver nanny, pero hindi naman totoo na wala nang caregiver nanny. Naka-close pero nag-o-open. Dapat yun ang sasabihin. Kasi nga, hindi totoo yan. Then dapat clarify din na mayroon pa ring LMIA ang mga caregiver at nanny kapag ka may work permit, kapag ka may student permit ang mga foreign workers dito sa Canada. Pwede yun. Okay? So magulo yung pag naguguluhan kayo dun sa mga sinasabi ng mga content creator, then go back to the website, go back to the immigration law. That's what you should do. And again, as what I've said, we as licensee people, we are responsible of what we say. The problem with this content creator, sabihin nila na libre naman yung advice na sinasabi ko. The problem guys is that they are making money from their social media. They are making money from their followers, from their subscribers. So, ang sabi sa rule is that when you give an advice about immigration law sa Canada and alam nyo na you are making money of any form, which is, of course, sumasahod kayo sa Meta, sumasahod kayo sa mga content na ginagawa nyo, that is already illegal. That makes it illegal, guys. So, be careful. And yeah, so we're trying. Actually, I am going to have a meeting eventually dito sa federal government kasi may mga meeting kami ng mga licensees. We want to actually we're opening this situation na ang daming gumagawa ng content para lang may may mga masabi sila, but that's wrong kasi it's morally wrong, guys, kasi nga malilito yung public. And unfortunately, of course, you have to settle to that, and then at the end, sinong mag-fix niyan? It will be us as licensees, and at the same time, it will be so expensive. So don't take your future lightly, guys. Go back when you get that information. Kumuha kayo ng second opinion, go back to the website, totoo ba yung sinasabi niya? It is all there, guys. You just need to be patient finding those information sa immigration law dun sa website. Okay, another one. Hello po, Ma'am Norlin. Pwede po bang mag-aral ang SOWP na nasa Canada po siya ngayon? Balak niyang mag-aral ng caregiver. Kung naka-SOWP ka, bakit ka pa mag-aaral ng caregiver? Kung naka-SOWP ka, magpa-extend ka by getting an LMIA, and at the same time, SOWP is open permit ka na, then pwede ka nang magkaroon ng experience as a caregiver. Try to avoid going back to school kasi ang hirap right now. You will just gonna go through the cycle and then pinag-iinitan kasi ang mga estudyante right now. But if you really want to go for that route, then it's an option pa rin. Okay, another one. Hi, Miss Norlin. Good evening sa inyo. Ma'am, pwede po ba akong mag-ask regarding work permit application to here in Canada? HCCP close work permit po ako until July. This year na lang expiration. And pati contract ko. More than 1 year experience ko na under HCCP at I'm waiting opening ng new caregiver program to apply, PR. Ngayon, question ko po, okay lang po bang ibang job category ang hanapin ko, like food counter attendant, housekeeper, etc. Basta mabigyan ako ng LMIA bago po mag-expire work permit ko under HCCP. Kung pwede na po bang ibang category, hindi po ba maapektuhan ang application ko under HCCP once mag-open ng PR? Pag naka 1 year ka ng HCCP, of course, you're qualified. As we speak, that's the rule. Maka 6 months ka lang, pwede ka na. Ngayon, kung yung opportunity nyo is nasa food counter attendant, which is they give you LMIA, then definitely, as much as possible, dun ka pa rin sa caregiver. Pero, kung yun yung opportunity, in order for you to apply for extension, yes, take advantage of that LMIA or job offer para lang ma-extend. It doesn't matter, guys, okay? This is why I'm going to tell you guys, it doesn't matter kung may experience kayo sa caregiver or wala, doon sa food counter attendant, it is a tier 4 or 5. Walang experience requirement. Same is true with caregiver na LMIA, guys. If you have work permit, if you have student permit, pwede kayong magpa-LMIA. And ang aking experience, may experience man yung mga nag-caregiver o wala, nakakapasa sila. Importante LMIA for you to be able to extend your status. Okay? Okay, so I think we still have 30 minutes to do this. Okay, hi Miss Norlin. Hello po, ask ko lang po, is line cook okay for PR pathway? Currently waiting for PGWP po. Just graduated last October 2024. Culinary Management 2 years program. Line cook, ang mangyayari sa inyo, magiging PNP ka or express entry. But my point is, what if hindi kayo naimbitahan? So, yun ang sitwasyon. So, be careful, find a job na mayroong permanent residency pathway. Hi, Jeline. Hi, I believe na nakita kita kanina na naka-online. Hi, ma'am. Ang anak ko po ay naka-SP, minor, pero mag-graduate po siya this June 2025 ng grade 12. By September, she will turn 18 po. Di ko po alam kung pwede ko pa rin ba siyang i-extend ng permit niya pag mag-apply ako ng PGWP ko May or June 2025 or TRB na po ang i-apply ko sa kanya. Our permits validity is until July 2026. Kung mag-international student siya sa 2026, apply outside Canada pa ba ang gagawin kahit inside Canada? Napaka-confusing sa inyo. Pero I have an answer. Ang anak mo pag 18, dependent mo pa rin siya. So you can apply pa rin ng student permit. Okay? Pwede mo rin i-apply ng tourist visa extension, whatever your way in order for you to extend this person. Pero since 18 pa lang siya, that means under family mo pa rin siya, dependent mo pa rin siya, pwede po pa rin i-extend ang student permit. The only problem here is that when you apply for when you go to school, hindi na libre. Kasi ang libre lang dito sa mga temporary resident permit or even citizen at PR are for the people na high school, yung mga batang high school lang. So, pag 18 na or over, magka-college na yan. So, ibig sabihin, the tuition fee will be international tuition fee. But, pwede mo pa rin siyang isama doon sa PGWP, assuming na naka-experience ka doon sa bagong restriction right now, which is kalalabas lang ng June 21. So, look for those job. Kung kasama ka doon, then pwede mong ma-apply yung anak mo. Since over 18 siya, pwede siyang mag-open permit at saka asawa mo. As long na yung yung work mo is related doon sa tier 2, 3, or 01 na kalalabas lang nung January 21. Okay? Ayun. Another one, si Maria Ivanka. Hi Ma'am Norlin, nandito po kami sa Edmonton ng family ko. Si husband ko ay under VOWP. Pwede po ba kaming i-apply ng extension same as expiry ng husband ko? Husband under BOWP, okay? Pwede ko ba kaming i-apply ng extension same as expiry dun sa husband ko? Ano po ba ang best way? Yes, pwede mo i-apply. Ano ba ang best way para makapag-stay po ng husband ko dito sa Canada to work other than getting a work with LMIA? It depends kung open work permit ka, and then look for a job na pwedeng mag-open permit yung asawa mo, pwede yon other than LMIA. Pero kung walang option, then apply ka ng hanap kayo ng magbibigay ng LMIA. But please don't deal with agencies na nagtitinda ng LMIA. Waiting po ako ng caregiver to open, and we are trying our best para sana si husband ang maiwan dito if ever man di po kami mag-open ng CG pathway bago mag-expire ang permit ko. I think go back to my advice, huwag kayong umuwi. May mga option kayo eh. Kasakali na din po na baka may makatulong sa husband ko to find refer to an employer. Unfortunately po, I don't refer any employer, I don't refer any agency. Have 11 years of work experience in logistic, 1 year and 4 months experience as a chauffeur and taxi driver supervisor, and commercial driver's license. Currently po working as a production worker. Okay, so that's the problem, Maria. You need to find an employer na pwedeng magbigay dun sa mga tier 3 or 2 or 3 dun sa kalalabas lang ng January 21. Otherwise, we have to look for LMIA para sa husband mo habang naghihintay kayo ng CG na mag-open, ng caregiver. Okay, another one. Hi, Ma'am Norlin. Ito po ang situation ko ngayon. Pumunta po ako ng Canada, November 2024, kasama husband at 3 kids po. Ngayon, umuwi ako kasama yung 1 child ko lang para asikasuhin ang work permit ko. Kung papalarin ma-approve po working visa, may possible problem po kaya ang pagdating sa port of entry kung naiwan sa Canada yung mag-ama ko, tapos dala-dala ko yung 1 na anak ko. Pag may visa naman siya, dapat walang problema. Kung may visa kayo, mayroon kayong kakayanan at ability to come back to Canada. As long na mayroon kayong visa. So, that should not be a problem. Another one, si D. Hi, Miss Norlin. Tanong ko lang po kung pwedeng magpasa ng restoration ng status if may positive LMIA. Yes, definitely. And job offer from employer. Kaka-expire lang ng work permit last December 2024 and currently in 90 days restoration period. Yes, pwede. But ang tanong ko is, ano ba yung status mo, di ba? Ano ba, si D, kailangan ko pa ng more information about this. Hello po, ano kaya ang best PR pathway for me and my husband? He got his PGWP last November 24, Tier 2 and 3. Then ako ang under SOWP Tier 4. Pero by Feb, Tier 2 po, same validity for November 27. You know what? Find an employer or a job na may PR pathway. Huwag nyo hayaan kasi ang PGWP nyo minsan lang yan. Okay? Another one, meron po akong kilalang employer, food industry catering. Sa Ontario, may branch sila sa Halifax dun sa ako'y inassign if ma-approve ang application na willing mag-sponsor sa akin for LMIA, any position. Tanong ko sana, number 1, around how much gagastusin ng employer for LMIA application? Well, yes, that's true. Employer should be the one to pay for LMIA application. Depende kung sinong i-hire mo. Former TFW ako sa FCA from 2013 to 2015. Pero, umuwi na ako sa Pilipinas noong 2017. May bearing ba yun sa application for work permit? Matagal na masyado. It's more than 3 years. So, walang bearing doon sa experience. Pero, of course, meron ka ng status dito na dati. Then, the visa should be a good one. Ipakita mo yung naging visa mo. And they should know. Anong position dapat makasama ko, family ko, for pagpunta sa Canada? Then, that should be Tier 2, 3, 0, or 1. Okay? What could be possible happen? What could possible happen for those under Tier 3? Specifically, cook position with spousal work permit. We are actually under extension that is about to expire on April 16, 2025. We applied an LMI since May. Wala pa akong result hanggang ngayon. Yung anonymous na to, ang gawin mo, apply na kayo ng extension kung nag-apply na kayo ng LMI para ma-extend yung status nyo at maging implied status kayo. Okay? Another one, hello. Ask ko lang po, working po ako as caregiver and on process po ang LMI ko. Ang concern ko lang po, ang wife ko ay mag-i-end na ang work permit niya June 2025. Pag na-approve ang LMIA ko, pwede po kaya siya ma-extend? Hindi po, kasi ang caregiver is tier tier 4 or 5. So hindi pwedeng ma-extend ang asawa. Okay? Hello po, Ma'am Norlian. We are still currently waiting for our cook LMIA in Ontario. Submitted last July 2024. Got refusal for work permit extension since wala pa yung positive LMIA. So, nag-restore muna ako as a visitor. Dapat ang ginawa mo, nag-restore ka ng work permit extension using that LMIA na nakaprocess. Pwede pa rin din naman. May AOR po ako, waiting na lang sa decision. Yung spouse and daughter ko ay nakapag-apply sila ng August as SOW extension and SP minor. Kung sakali po ma'am, lalabas yung LMIA namin for this month Feb, pasok pa rin ba sa old policy yung application namin ng asawa ko at anak ko? Mag-avail sana kami ng services nyo. You know what? You have to look on the yung bagong rule nung na lumabas nung January 21. Kasi doon na kayo doon na yung ano nyo, yung inyong yung mga January 21. Kasi doon na kayo doon na yung ano nyo, yung inyong yung mga rules. Okay, another one. Good evening, Miss Norlin. I'm in implied status I'm in implied status, applied PGWP last October. No result yet. That means you're implied. I graduated my master's program. I am working as a substitute teacher sa DepEd dito sa province ng NL. But currently on my mat leave, pero babalik ako sa work this coming school year. May COEC po ako na pinasa sa aking application galing sa employer, government school, including my EI payment and my newborn son birth certificate. We have submitted our PR originally Feb 2024 but was returned last June 2024 due to incomplete forms and resubmitted also in June. After we received a PNP nomination extension, but then again, PR app was returned on November due to passport daw ang resubmit again. Till now, no AOR. Medyo mahaba-haba to. May pag-asa pa naman. Go back to accumulate experience for PR sub teacher is a good one. Okay. How about the policy worker, if it is possible na makuha pa din ang spouse at saka isang kid? Go back again sa ating list ng mga tier 2 or 3. Tingnan nyo kung kasali yung trabaho nyo doon. Then of course, pwede nyo pa rin madala yung inyong pamilya. Okay? Meron pa rin din naman, but you just need to go back to those, ang daming list, ang daming pwedeng maging trabaho doon, guys. So, I think mayroon pa rin din namang pag-asa. Pinaka main thing right now is that, yung sinasabi nila na mapapauwi o uuwi na lang, maybe magagalit sa akin si Miller, or anybody na gustong nilang umuwi kayong lahat, pero sa totoo lang, naghirap na kayo dito, bakit kayo uuwi? Ang ano kasi, ang deportation is my process. Hindi naman agad-agad nawalan kayo ng status, papauwiin na kayo. Sinong magpapauwi? Yun na nga ang question ko. But my point is that, my process yan, ang deportation. But why do you need to reach those place or bakit kayo magpapadeport or may deportation kung may mga ibang way naman to apply? May restoration, may extension, visitor's record, and then work permit application to maintain the status. So, marami pa rin namang option. Okay? So, don't go home. As long na, sabi ko nga, as long na may mga kamag-anak kayo that nagsusupport sa inyo, go for that. Stick to that. Okay? Okay, so hello Ma'am Norlin. May kukonsult sana ako regarding my situation. I am a closed work permit holder as a cook. Mag-expire na ang work permit ko this May 2025. But, i-renew naman daw ako ng employer ko same as my current position. Kasama ko po ang asawa ko dito as a SOWP and 7 years old na anak. May PR application na rin po ako under CEC and PNP. Kasama ko rin po sila na hindi pa pwedeng mag-extend under the new rule. Thank you so much. Okay? So, kapag ka ganun, you have no other choice to find an LMIA pa rin. Pagka nag-expire na, mag-expire sa May, you have no other choice, maintain your status, apply na kayo, look for an employer, and stick to your family members na nandito. Kasi sila lang talaga makakatulong sa inyo. Okay, hi Ma'am Norlin, have a good day sa inyo. Ask ko lang po kayo kung pwede sa job ko, occupation na pwede. Gusto ng employer ko na i-hire si husband ko sa office company nila. Pero tourist visa po siya na willing namang umuwi para may process sa Pinas. Pwede naman. Nurse po siya sa Pilipinas kaya sa office work wala po siyang experience. It doesn't matter. Okay? Kasi may cafeteria and office. Ako naman naka-work permit as caregiver. So may possible kayang job na pwede na no need ang experience, which is usually hindi kailangan ng experience ang tier 4 at saka 5 pagka LMIA. Especially housekeeper, guys. We don't need a educational background. We don't need experience sa housekeeper because it is tier 4 and 5. Okay? Another one, hi ma'am, visitor's visa po ako when I landed here. Dumating po ako last June 29, 2024. Walang tatak ang passport ko, automatic 6 months to stay. Bago mag 6 months, nag-apply ako ng extension. Binigyan ako ng 1-year extension sa August 14, 2025. Ma-expire na ang visitor's visa ko. So ma'am, ang tanong ko po, if merong mag-sponsor sa akin as live-in caregiver, need ko pa bang umuwi ng Pilipinas bago mag-expire ang visa ko? You know what? Maintain your status as tourist visa if you don't wanna go home. But right now, pag may nagbigay sa inyo ng LMIA na caregiver nanny, you are taking a chance kasi ang rule is naka-close pa ang caregiver program. However, may mga na-approvean. And then also, kahit pa mag-apply kayo ng any kind of position under LMIA, honestly, you're still taking a chance. So, if may nag-offer sa inyo ng work permit or nag-offer sa inyo ng job offer or LMIA, take a chance. Take that. Regardless kung mayroon kayong experience or not, bagka under LMIA, tier 4 and 5 kasi hindi naman requirement yon. But if you're getting an LMIA na maging IT kayo, of course, kailangan may requirement yon. Mayroon kang natapos at the same time, mayroon kang experience. Kasi ano yun requirement when you apply for a job bank advertisement at the same time when you apply for LMIA. Requirement yun. Then, ang gagawin ng officer or whoever is handling your application for work permit, titingnan nila yung requirement na inilatag doon sa job bank application at saka LMIA application. Then, i-reconcile nila doon sa kakayanan nyo or qualification nyo. Pag hindi, then, it can be refused. But sometimes it can be approved. The reason is mayroon kasing power ang mga officers na mag-approve sa kanilang sa mga application na nahahawakan nila. Okay, si Ozel. Hi Miss Norlen, mag-expire na po ang study permit ng husband ko and open permit ko this coming June. Currently po, ang work ko is PSW private po. Eligible po ba yan kapag renew ng SOWP? Hindi, I think kung private, it depends kasi dapat pag PSW ka, nandun yan sa 3331 yata yun. Pag PSWP ka, parang assistant ka ng mga nursing or mga dun sa facility, kasali yung open permit ng asawa. I think, aywan ko kung naka-open yung, yung mga position, but I think hindi naka-open dito, so I cannot really, hindi, wala dito. But, take a look at it. Ang PSW, iba yung name niya eh. So, pinag-uusapan namin yan kanina nung isa kong client. So, pwede kang mag-open ng open work permit. Okay, another one. Hi, Ma'am Norlin. I'm IS po right now. If matapos na ako sa program ko this April 2025 and mag-a-apply po for PGWP, kailangan po bang antayin ang approval bago makapag-apply ng SOWP? Or pwede po bang i-apply ng SOWP kahit na implied status po? Ang pinaka-main thing is that mayroon ka bang job na full-time dun sa list na nilabas noong January 21 para makapag-apply ng open permit yung asawa or yung spouse mo. So, tingnan mo yon, i-balance mo. Okay? And of course, may mga other requirements pa rin in terms of that open permit. Another one, hello po Ma'am Norlin. Ask ko lang po sana if PGWP and work permit po is line cook. Tanong ko lang if pathway for PR. I think na-answeran ko na to. You can apply for PNP, Express Entry, Canada Experience Class, Express Entry pa rin yun. But my point is, what if they did not invite you? So, sayang. Okay? So, might as well find a job na may PR pathway direct niya kaagad. So, what am I pertaining? Caregiver or nanny. Kasi yun, may PR pathway. I'm currently working as a level 3 early learning educator at a non-profit daycare. My employer wants to provide us, si Mary Rachel to provide us with labor market impact assessment. But they are not sure about the process and what steps to take. Could you please let me know how much it could cost for them to consult with you? Is it possible for them to obtain an LMIA for us? Yes, it's possible na makapag-apply sila ng LMIA, but still, LMIA is a very difficult application. So, dapat talagang alam nila yung ginagawa nila. But might as well, kung marami kayo, might as well get a consultation. Yung employer na yon, get a consultation for licensee people, Mary Rachel. Importante yan para ma-guide sila kung ano yung gagawin. Kasi ang daming, you have to deal with CRA, you have to deal with Job Bank, you have to deal with Service Canada, you have to deal with LMIA department, you have to deal with officers and of course you need to advertise for many different way of reaching out all these Canadians or requirements dun sa LMIA. So, yun, madaming mga dadaanan na department para ma-comply natin at makumpleto yung documents, and then after that we could be able to peacefully apply sa online ng LMIA. But again, before you apply, ma-comply natin at makumpleto yung documents, and then after that we could be able to peacefully apply sa online ng LMIA. But again, before you apply, dapat naka-advertise. So medyo masalimuot ang process ng LMIA, to be honest guys. It's not easy. That's why it's very expensive to process, but it's not easy to process actually. Okay, but it's possible. LMIA is still possible, guys. Yun nga lang, as what I've said, kung mayroon kayong work permit or student permit before, within that 12 months, pwede kayong magpa-LMIA, mag-process sa loob ng Canada. You don't need to go out. Kahit na naka-hold kayo ng visitor's record. Okay? I think that's very important to clarify, everyone. Okay, so I have 8 minutes more, guys. I hope you could help me fulfill my dream of living in Canada come true. Ami, the only way you can do is to actually get an employer and then get a sponsor para makapunta ka dito as a work permit holder. Being an ECE a good pathway for PR, or should I work as a home support worker for better opportunities regarding PR? Pwede namang option. ECA, importante niyan, ECA is part of pwedeng mag-apply ng open permit yung asawa mo, but pwede ka mag-apply ng Canada Experience Class or Express Entry. But ang question ko is, what if hindi ka naimbitahan? So, ang home support worker, makomplete mo lang yung 6 months na hinihingi ng immigration. Pag nag-open ng PR, pwede ka na mag-apply ng PR application. So, para sa akin, I'll go for caregiver. Okay, so I think tapos na ako dun sa mga questions dito. Anyway, I have 7 minutes more. I'm so sorry guys kung I have to go. I'm really tired talking, but I really wish I could be able to prolong what I'm doing, but all day, hindi naman all day, but most of it right now is I'm talking, and kasi ang dami, napakadaming mga international student who are actually losing their status, they're running out of status. Tama yung sinabi dun sa website or yung sinabi announcement ni Miller na maraming mga temporary foreign workers, especially international student at saka SOWP, PGWP na mag-i-end yung status nila this coming 2025, this year to 2025. But ito ang masasabi ko sa inyong lahat, guys. I know napakadami ninyong international student, PGWP or anybody na mag-i-expire na yung kanilang status, especially yung nilabas nilang mga work itong January 21. What I can tell you guys is that always maintain your status. Pag nawala na yung work permit nyo kasi hindi kayo nakahanap ng employer, sinabi ko na yan kanina, maintain your status, apply for tourist visa. However, while doing that, keep on extending. You have that 12 months for you to be able to find an employer. Kasi within 12 months, you could be able to apply pa rin ng work permit with that LMIA. Okay? Dito sa loob ng Canada. Pwede yun. And so, you're buying your time. Yun nga lang, kaya nga lagi kong sinasabi sa lahat, if you are a temporary resident permit holder dito, keep your cash, save up. Kasi, pag nawalan kayo ng trabaho, at least mayroon pa rin kayong pang-sustain sa inyong pamumuhay sa Canada. Importante talaga yun. Huwag muna kayong mag-i-invest sa Pilipinas. That's that's my suggestion, guys. I know you will say, it's a pullback. Para pag halimbawa na pauwi ako, mayroong magsisave sa akin. Pero you know what, guys? It is better na hawak-hawak nyo yung cash. Kung mapauwi man kayo or gusto nyong umuwi, hawak-hawak nyo yung cash, kayo mismo ang mag-aalaga dun sa business na gusto nyong itayo. Whatever things you want to spend. So, yun yung aking advice. Well, I think I have the right to say it kasi I'm also I used to be a financial advisor sa bangko when I was working. So, again, malaki man o maliit yung sahod ninyo, guys, keep the cash. Cash is king. Yun ang sinasabi ko sa lahat. Now, pag naging PR na kayo, pag naging permanent resident na kayo, guys, then that will be your opportunity at time to start investing. Pero kung hindi nyo pa naman kaya, ang investment, ang word na investment is matagal bago nyo makuha yung rate of return or yung investment of return. Matagal yan. So, kailangan may pang-sustain kayo. Kaya nga, dapat PR na kayo when you do that. But again, still, hindi ako nangungontra sa mga iba. But again, dito ko nakita you need cash, you need money when you are a temporary resident permit holders. Para ma-sustain kayo dito, lalo na yung pangbayad ng bahay at saka pangkain ninyo. So, importante, especially sa mga may family. Cash is king. Yan ang lagi yung sinasabi. So, again, as what I've said, I'm trying to, it's not only immigration, guys. I'm trying to educate you how to educate ko kayo, how to maintain your, yung pera ninyo or how to handle your pera. Kasi nga, siguro, hindi ko na maalis yun. I used to be a financial advisor dun sa bangko. I used to work in Scotiabank. And of course, when I become an immigration consultant, umalis na ako. Nag-resign na ako. Kasi hindi ko naman nakaya lahat. So, anyway, we have 3 minutes more. I just wanna encourage everyone na huwag kayong umuwi if you don't really wanna go home. Huwag muna kayong umuwi. You have option. Apply for temporary resident permit or visitor's record. And also, habang naghahanap kayo ng LMIA. Kasi kahit naka-tourist visa kayo, you used to have that work permit and then exempted kayo dun sa sinasabing hindi na pwedeng ilakad ang mga tourist visa holder ng work permit. Kasi you used to have a work permit, you used to have a student permit. So I hope that's clear, guys. And sa mga tourist visa holders, guys, I know it is not easy with whatever you're seeing right now, whatever you're hearing about the news. But I always repeat this. Stick to your relatives, stick to your families, okay? Sila ang makakatulong sa inyo to sustain yourselves as a tourist visa holder. Then, if you have a job, which is hindi naman lingid sa atin yan, if you have that job, be flexible sa employer nyo, stick to them, kasi etong mga employer ang makakatulong sa inyo in order for you to one day get that LMIA, one day change that tourist visa to work permit. Hindi kahit kailan ma-change ang tourist visa, hindi kahit kailan mai-extend ang inyong work permit without an employer. Okay? So, I hope that's clear, everyone. And, of course, I always say to everyone again, ang immigration law is temporary lang. They keep on changing. Okay? So, whatever you're hearing right now, hindi yan permanente. It will pass. That's the reason why I'm asking everyone, keep your cash, save up. Wag muna tayong bumili ng kung ano nung klaseng expensive things dyan. Kasi kailangan nyo yung pera na yan. And main thing, pray. Have faith. Maayos din nyo lahat yung inyong sitwasyon. Okay, everyone. So, thank you for coming in, guys. I'm glad that I was able to share my, my thoughts. And also, guys, kung mayroon man kayong gustong question or clarification, if you want some consultation, definitely I will review your, yung inyong qualification. I'll review your files. Then I could be able to point out or tell you kung ano yung whatever things na pwedeng naaangkop sa inyong qualification in order for you to be able to stay in Canada permanently eventually. Or tell you kung ano yung whatever things na pwedeng naaangkop sa inyong qualification in order for you to be able to stay in Canada permanently eventually. Or tell you kung ano yung whatever things na pwedeng naaangkop sa inyong qualification in order for you to be able to stay in Canada permanently eventually. So I think that's the only option, guys. Don't give up. As what I've said, pagagalitan ako ni Miller kasi sabi niya gusto na nila kayong umuwi lahat. But, kung mayroon naman kayong kakayanan na ma-maintain, or kahit pa nga yung mga taong nawawalan ng status, I was able to bring them back to get that status. I was able to apply them other programs. Then, might as well, have faith. And so, if you want to seek my consultation also, email me, Norilyn Oligo, CIS. My first name, my last name, Oligo, CIS, @gmail.com. Or SMS me or text me 647-996-2273. That's my direct contact numbers and contact email. So take care, everyone. God bless and salamat and hanggang sa muli. I promise you, babalik ulit ako for live and answering some of your questions. God bless everyone. Thank you.